Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome in. You are listening to WNEK The Voice, and we have a very special broadcast today. We have brought in a live band from Connecticut, I believe.
Hartford County, baby.
Hartford County. We have Ben and Garen from Low Ceilings. Take it away.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
There was a big, fat, ugly spider in the laundry room, and you called me down so that I could squish it for you. So I did, and you cried, and you hugged me with tears in your eyes. You were 7, and I was 9, but I would kill that bug again any day. Never thought spiders were cool anyway. And when the family cat died one night unexpectedly, I offered to come help bury the kitty. So I did. It was fine. Wasn't happy, but I didn't cry. You were 23, I was 25, but I would dig that hole again any day. I'm more of a dog person anyway. When we were kids, we used to fight and talk God. I guess we turned out more alike than we'd admit. We were changing the words to the hamster in church. We were causing a scene in the store. Can't take us anywhere anymore, but I would change those words again any day. Never liked going to church anyway.
Thanks. Another one?
Yeah, sure.
If I choose.
If I had to choose between making lots of money and staying here with you, man, I'd probably take the money. Then I'd buy another house, ask you to come stay with me. If you didn't like it, buy another down the street. Our bedroom would be huge. You'd finally get your office suite, invest all our money and make a ton of profit. And the dogs would have their own room, anything they wanted, and we'd walk them every day, 'cause we wouldn't have to go to work. Electric car, a new guitar, a fancy fridge and a mini bar. Stainless steel and we keep it real. In our king-size bed, yeah, you know the deal. If I had to choose between being realistic and dreaming through the day, man, I'd say who am I kidding, 'cause I love a little house. It's got everything I want and I can't wait to come home. Every day at 5 o'clock we'll be fixing walls and painting, scoring, marking. We'll be hugging in the halls and both the dogs are barking. We'll be staying up till 2 Waking up with headaches, then we'll shuffle to the kitchen, make breakfast in the microwave. Thanks.
Happy clap.
Yeah. Welcome in, everyone. You're listening to WNEK The Voice. Once again, we have the band Low Ceilings.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Garen, for today, as well as Michael is here as well.
Hello, hello.
Gonna start it off with some of the interview, shall we?
Yeah, all right. I got some questions for you guys. So first, tell me a bit about yourselves.
So, Low Ceilings is an indie rock band from the greater Hartford area. We play kind of like nerdy indie rock with a little bit of a prog tilt. Yeah, extremely. Karen's like the nerdiest stuff you've ever heard. It's kind of like maybe like 90s alternative and prog rock and like power pop kind of all fused with a lot of like folk.
Yeah.
Kind of like singer-songwriter influence in there.
Yeah, I gathered those two, especially with the rock.
Yeah. And obviously we're doing a little two-person acoustic set. Usually we're like a pretty standard rock band format, and we do a lot of gigs like in the local New England, mostly Connecticut, and sometimes up in Western Mass kind of stuff. We venture down to Providence. But I've been doing this for a long time, and this is kind of like the most recent iteration. Myself and Garen and a gentleman named Christian on bass and a gentleman named Noel on the drums. And it's all original, like indie rock kind of jams. We do that all over the state and greater New England region. And we're happy to be here. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're always glad to have some live music in here.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool space.
Yeah.
And before we get into the next set, one more question. So what's the origins of your band? Like, what brought you guys together?
Sure. So I went to college in Boston, Massachusetts, and I started the group there with a totally different set of folks. Yeah. And over time, people go to different schools or leave different times or join a different band or whatever. And so over time, it kind of morphed itself from more of like a folk outfit when we first started, to graduating college, moving back to my home state of Connecticut, and kind of like making a life and a career there. And now I have a bunch of Connecticut dudes in my band, and it's kind of like morphed itself over time. It's probably like the third or fourth like full different lineup change of the band. But I mean, I've been doing this since I started college in 2014-ish, so it's 12 years of this kind of project in different forms. And I do record all the DIY recording stuff. Everything is kind of like homemade,
Right. Yeah.
so it's that kind of like DIY ethos that it's just fun, and you find people who are down to collaborate in it with you throughout the way.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what school in Boston?
I went to Emerson.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kick it off to some more music, shall we?
Let's do a couple more.
Very cool.
You want to do 3 more, and then questions, and then 2 more after that, right?
I think we only got.
Or we only have 4 left.
Yeah.
Let's do 2, and then we'll do 2 more. Yeah. Very
Just go
even.
down the line.
Yeah.
Cool.
They did not teach math at Emerson College. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. I do Trick.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do 2 songs from the most recent Low Ceilings record, which is called Power Walker. This one is the lead single, and it's called Trick of the Light. Way
wait a minute, now just a minute there. For a second I thought I saw you care. Hold that look on your face, can you make it again? I thought I saw you do something with your lower lip and your eye. But if not, I apologize. It was a trick of the light. I had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. It was a trick of the light. I had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. Hang on, hold it now, that's not everything. Just a second ago I saw something. Hold that smile, relax, make that movement again. 'Cause every time you tilt your head I start freaking out, I can't speak. Not very healthy for me. It was a trick of the light. Had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. It was a trick of the light. I had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. To blame and you're too clever. Moth to flame or whatever. I'm to blame and you're too clever. Moth to flame or whatever. Was a trick of the light. I had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. It was a trick of the light. I had something in my eye. It's all made up in my mind. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
So that was Trick of the Light. This is about projecting. And this is a song called Considering Hedonism, and it's about just kind of letting yourself sit on the couch or whatever, like just not holding yourself to that thing all the time. And the person in this song is maybe, may or may not be deluding themselves into kind of like really thinking that them just chilling is contributing to society, which maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. That's kind of the question. All right, ready?
Deep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I was gonna stop watching my show, but then it started getting good. Had some weird beat a while ago, but then I started to consider that if doing good is feeling good, then I must be doing good, because my show is very good, because my show is very good. I was gonna stop ordering drinks, but then they started tasting good. Had some work to do in a while, I think, but then I started to consider that if spreading positivity is feeling positively, I should stay and order drinks, because these drinks are very good. I've been riding high watching all the shows, ordering drinks, had somewhere to be in a while, I think. Ordering the drinks, watching the shows, had somewhere to be like a while ago, yeah. Watching all the shows, ordering drinks, had somewhere to be in an hour, I think. Ordering the drinks and watching the shows, yeah. I had somewhere to be like an hour ago, oh yeah. I was gonna stop sitting around, but then it started feeling good. Thought I wanted to get out of the house, but then I started to consider that if total sum world suffering includes the things I'm thinking, then I guess I'll sit around because I'm feeling pretty good. And if spreading positivity is feeling positively, then I guess it's up to me. Well, then I guess it's up to me. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thanks. That's what most people say. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was
Fitting.
acceptable.
Fitting. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got in between songs, we got a few more for you.
Of course, yeah. So what would you say your favorite song that you've written ever is?
Of the pretty long discog you've got so far.
Yeah.
Through all the different eras.
I'm going to ask Garen to say his favorite too. But
Yeah.
Both of
I
you
think I
guys.
know the answer, but it changes, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think I've written the song, like, my favorite song that I'll ever write yet, but I definitely have a favorite right now, a consistent favorite, which is Dig That Hole Again, which is the first one we played.
Yep.
The first line of that song for our radio listeners is a little bit more colorful than we're allowed to say on air. So it's really one that, like, when you play it live and there's a room of people, maybe like 10 people who haven't seen you before, and you start with that line, there's something about it that, like, brings people in or they're not interested. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm all about is, like, showing you what we got up front. And if you like it, then let's ride. And if not, that's okay. I'm going to show you what we're about up front. You know what I mean? So that's my favorite. It's been my favorite. I wrote that song in 2023. So it's been my favorite for someone who does an album every year. That's like a pretty decent amount of time for it to have stayed my favorite. Yeah. And it's also because I have such a great group of guys that I play with, and it's always a very fun one to play. Yeah, that's my answer. But I want Garen's answer too.
Yeah, if I had to choose, it would probably be that one. If I had to choose.
Okay. yeah, built-in pun for you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also played that one.
That's how I met Ben. I reached out. I'm like, hey man, I really like this song.
Yeah.
We talked on Instagram about that song.
Right. Yeah.
It's also an album a year. That's
I try. Yeah. Well, I do everything.
It's a pretty quick pace.
I do everything myself,
Yeah.
so it's like there's really no waiting on anyone except me. So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where it's like I've been doing it for long enough that I know how to do it well in the way that I want it to be.
Yep.
So I can do it fairly quickly. Like once I have enough songs, getting them recorded and produced, and then like getting album art ready and all of that kind of like administrative stuff that comes after the actual music making is it's pretty kind of like rote. Like I have it down at this point. Every process is different. Like every album requires a different kind of like lens, but the actual like act of doing it, I've done it many times at this point, so it kind of gets you
get it down to a rhythm.
Absolutely. And I work with people in my band. Like Garen does his own music under the name Greenholt. He does the same thing. Like our bass player Christian does. He has solo work. So like we're all kind of from the same world of like writing and recording our own music, and we kind of all have that ethos, I think, in mind as we come together to work on the stuff. So
yeah. And since you say you release an album a year, essentially, which one's your favorite out of all of those? Like,
what's your favorite Lucy Lines album, G?
Yeah, probably Dig That Hole.
I think that's the best one. Which is a bummer because I've done a couple since that one. But
Only one.
only one, sorry, yeah.
Only one.
Maybe the next one will be the best one. But I think there's certain ones that kind of like, they stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, that's my answer.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, my answer could change again in 6 months. But
Exactly.
Dig that
Every
hole.
time you come out with new music, you're always gonna be like an evolution of your sound.
right,
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
and you
like
get
in that
attached to
moment.
it when you're making it.
Exactly.
But by
yeah.
the time you're done making it, maybe you don't like it.
Yeah.
So it really. But that's one of the only ones that I've done that I never really kind of like. I never lost
right.
the connection with it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
obviously, I have a connection with it because I was in a certain place when I wrote all of the songs. But when you make an album, like I said, by the time you're done with all the BS that you have to do to put an album out, you're like, okay, I'm kind of done. I want these songs to get out there so I can move on to the next thing. That one, Dig That Hole Again, it stuck with me. I don't know, maybe it's a subject matter, maybe it's, I don't know.
Cool album cover.
Yeah, cool album cover. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got some heat for that album cover from my
Wow.
other friends, so thank you for
Yeah, it sounds-
defending.
I was
Perfect.
Yeah, I was looking at the album cover earlier. It's definitely a nice aesthetic, I'd say.
Yeah, I just did that in my backyard.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
interesting.
I was like, what am I going to do for this? And I just looked down and there was some sticks. And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Truly
The
unique.
creativity of
truly
convenience is
Yeah,
something is
yes.
a way that I would describe a lot of Low Ceilings philosophy of making things.
Unique.
Anyway, we'll do 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
All right. We're gonna capo up here. You want to do hesitantly or Birdie first? What did we say?
Hesitant.
Hesitantly, then Birdie.
Yeah.
All right. This is the oldest tune we'll play tonight. Song called "Hesitantly High," like H-I. No drug references on the radio. It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
it's hesitantly, comma H-I, and it's about just like being nervous. They're all like, this guy's not nervous.
Yeah,
at
this
all.
guy's not.
He's very obnoxious. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes fact is dumb time acting, slip by trap, trips right back. I never knew the waiting game. Never knew that waiting was a waiting game. I never knew the waiting game. I never knew the waiting game. But I can only tell you about hesitantly high, staying up all night, something in the way, light to the day. Hands tied, not true. Waiting for you. Sheepish sleep. And so dish laughing right. I never knew the waiting game. Never knew the waiting was a waiting game. I never knew the waiting game. I never knew the waiting game. But I can only tell you about, say with a lie, staying overnight, something in your
teeth staring over me. Ooh, ooh, whoa. Ooh, right, I never knew the waiting game. I never knew that waiting was a waiting game. I never knew the waiting game. I never knew that waiting was a waiting game. I never knew that waiting was a waiting game. I never knew that waiting was a waiting game. I never knew that waiting was a waiting game. Or the wait of the game. Or the wait of the game. Na, na,
I
na.
never knew that anyway. I 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 never knew that
Haven't played them in a while. All right.
That was nice.
Oh, you don't drop for this one, right?
Right.
We'll do one more. Do you have more questions for us after this?
Yeah, got one more for you.
Why don't you do us a question, and then we'll finish out with one more song, and then you can outro us?
Sounds like a good idea.
Freestyle.
Yeah. Any local artists you guys would like to shout out? I'm pretty big on like the local artists scene
Totally,
myself,
yeah.
so like
Yeah.
shout
We
some
play a
out.
lot of shows with a lot of bands. I would like to shout out. I mean, we play a lot with Connecticut bands.
Yeah,
right.
But I mean,
we're
like,
pretty familiar with the
yeah,
Yeah.
like
it's
underground
not
type
that
scene.
far,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we play like one of our favorites is Post Valley Green. They're from like the
Right.
greater New Haven, Hartford area.
New Haven
They're a
seems
great
great.
local folk band that I would recommend everyone check out. They're beautiful stuff. I'm going to shout out my pal Andy Cass at Sleeper Cave Records recording
Cool.
studio in Northampton.
Right.
Little Western Mass for you. What's your favorite local band, Gene? Did I take yours?
Off the top of my head. Yeah.
Greenholt, great local band.
You said that.
Yeah.
Garen Greenholt,
Yeah.
and we're playing a show. If I could self promote real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
We're playing a show at the end of March. It's on the 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in New London. It's a little bit of a ways, but it's down in New London at the Oasis Pub with a really cool band from Connecticut called Pocket Vinyl. Piano rock, kind of like a Ben Folds 5 kind of cool retro thing. It's very cool. They're excellent. And there's painting involved with the music at the same time. It's a very multidisciplinary experience with Pocket Vinyl. So we're opening for them at the Oasis Pub in New London at the end of March. So, and you know, we're on Spotify, we're on Tidal,
Right.
you know, Apple Music, all that stuff.
All the major streaming services.
Yep,
yeah.
yep. At Low Ceilings Music on Instagram. It's mostly just me, like hot take videos and goofing around.
Yeah.
Which, if you're into that, sometimes there will be music promotion on there from time to time, and information about gigs. LowCeilingsMusic.com, at Low Ceilings Music. Anyway, that's a great question. The local artist question. That's good. And then if they don't have an answer, then you know they're hacks.
Yeah.
So we passed, right?
course.
Right. Okay, we're gonna play a song. It's a Low Ceiling song, but not really because it's a traditional, and it's a reworking of a traditional called Little Birdie, made popular by Pete Seeger. But we added an extra beat, so it's in 7/4. So we'll see how. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Little birdie, fly down and sing your song. I've a short time to be here, and a long time to be gone. Little birdie, how do you fly so high? It's because I have a true heart, and I do not care to die. Little birdie, why are your wings so blue? From a lifetime of grieving over you. Down and sing your song. I have a short while to be here, and a long time to be gone. Thanks a lot for having us.
Very cool.
Thank you for coming around, for sure.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Golden Bears.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming around, and thank you for listening online and around campus. We have been WNEK, the voice for you. I've been your host, Garen, as well as Michael.
Have a good
and
night,
we have
guys.
Ben and also Garen
Yes.
from Low Ceilings.
First time ever.
for having
in the
us.
room.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Means the world. See you soon. See ya.
Later.